let's focus on more of yesterday's developments, more from Aaron Rodgers. Here he is on Dr. Joe Rogan, as Pat McAfee termed him, and also whether or not Aaron Rodgers was paying attention to all the things people were saying about him.
People that know me know this is true. I'm not spending time reading things that are out there. I know that there's a lot of stuff out there. I know there's been a lot of comments said. I understand that this issue in general is very charging to a lot of people because we're talking about public health, and I totally respect that. I made a decision that was in the best interest based on consulting with my doctors, and I understand that not everybody's going to understand that necessarily. But I respect everybody's opinion. Go ahead. You got a question?
Yeah, the doctors that you consulted with, Dr. Joe Rogan and which other doctors?
Look, I have a lot of admiration for Joe. I definitely talked with about a dozen friends of mine who dealt with COVID, and they all were very helpful in different ways, Joe being one of them. But again, that's the society we're in. Again, I have no judgment. This is, hate is not going to bring us out of this pandemic. It's going to be connecting and love. And I'm not going to hate on anybody that has said things about me. I believe everybody is entitled to their opinion.
He's not going to hate on anybody who said things about him. Do you believe that? Do you believe he doesn't read the comments? Do you believe anything he just said?
Not really.
And by the way, McAfee, people are like, oh, McAfee really stuck it to him by saying Dr. Joe Rogan. It was a joke. He was making light of it. They laughed about it. He wasn't being confrontational with Aaron Rodgers. But he asked him, what doctors you talk to? I've talked to 12 friends of mine, Joe being one of them. He never identified any doctors he's spoken to. So
first off,
somebody earned their money. Somebody earned their money telling him what to say yesterday.
Well, listen, he already said that he was tested by some of the comments, so he has seen it. That would be the first challenge flag I would throw there. I know. Listen, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a bad guy by any stretch of the imagination, but you can't necessarily say you respect the pandemic and the public health and all that when you've kind of egregiously just crapped on it on a daily basis. You can't say that. Okay. You got your beliefs. That's okay. I understand that. I certainly have people in my life that, are not vaccinated and have their beliefs as well. I get that. I do. But I don't see them egregiously breaking rules either. If there says something about wearing a mask going into a store, they wear the mask. They don't just go, no, I don't believe that. Screw your rule. I'll do what I want. And that's what we have here. And listen, it hurts me. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers not only because I think he's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play, but I've always loved the fact that he's been so honest about everything and owns everything. He really is great. To me, he's one of the best interviews there are in all of sports. After a game with Michelle Tafoya, some of the things he says there, in the press conferences, what he did earlier this summer to open up all the questions about everything when he came back. Amazing. That's why I love him. I think that's why I'm hurt. It's that's where I'm a little hurt with that. It's like almost, I don't even mean to go there. It's like Brady with Deflategate. I know there's some things there, but I was hurt by that. I want to go, why did you take air out of the football? You didn't need to do that. You're Tom Brady. You're awesome. And that's kind of how I feel with this one. It's just like, you're Aaron Rodgers. Own it. You're smart. You'll be able to give people some good arguments and discussion here. And I guess that's where, it hurts me as him being one of my idols.
Well, does it affect your ability and your willingness to accept what he says at face value going forward on any subject where there would be possibly a reason for him to be less than
a little bit, no doubt about it. Yeah, I don't know how you can't. When you make that type of comment or do some of the things he's done all this past week, yeah, it's certainly going to always be in the back of my brain now from here on out. And I think that's what kind of stinks.
It could be. And I'm going to have to go back and study the interviews.
Yeah.
It could be that fake country accent Aaron Rodgers is the guy who's actually telling the truth. And when he's not using fake country accent that just comes up out of nowhere, unannounced, that's when he's not telling the truth. That could be the ultimate human lie detector test for Aaron Rodgers. Fake country accent, truth. Normal speaking voice, lying, because it was normal speaking voice last Friday.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.